And every time I've gone, I say, hey, after the show on Friday, what are you going to do? Oh, you know something's about to happen. Friday. And if you want to know why, everybody else was probably serious and, oh crap, something about to happen. And I'm more than sure somewhere in the back of that group, there was one guy smiling. And I promise you, it was Brendan Tobin. Smiling.
Technically, it was the front of the group.
Oh, so you wiggled your way up to the front.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, he was right there. That's you couldn't miss that 790 the ticket microphone. It was all over the place.
When you dropped it,
I didn't drop it.
Oh, it just dropped? I thought you dropped it to get a better I saw it on the ground.
Dropped my tripod.
Oh, okay.
That mic flag was in full force.
Yeah.
It was perfect.
Dude, it was so wild.
Wait.
It was so wild.
And what did why when I heard that or I saw it, because you sent that to us right away. I never seen you cut video up so quick.
Tell me about it.
Why did I feel like I was watching the Jerome Bettis commercial? I got your flag. I'm like, really? You can't be a badass. You cannot be a badass yelling, I got your hat.
Look, everybody's out here and they're like, oh, it's fake. Jake Paul, for sure, had this set up for a long time. He was going to go over there and steal Floyd Mayweather's hat. He said to his brother he was going to do it. He had merchandise ready to go that said, got your hat. So Jake Paul was playing this from the start. He was going to steal Floyd Mayweather's hat. And that dude got swung on by Floyd's bodyguard. Like he was taking punches. And you could hear bodyguards in the midst of this saying, "This is real. This is real." So like dude, and it was a cluster bleep because all of the media is in this tunnel. We were in the Miami Dolphins tunnel doing one-on-ones. So it was funny because I was pissed actually because they told us, "Oh, hey, you're all gonna get one-on-ones." I was like, that seems unlikely, but whatever. And so they lined us all up down this velvet rope to speak to Floyd. You know, they said print media goes over here, then TV video is gonna go over here. So all the print media is talking to Logan Paul. We're talking to Floyd Mayweather, and I got pissed because his PR lady, who's, you know, one of the best in boxing, she's been known forever, Kelly Swanson, goes, "Oh, all local media has to go over here to talk to Floyd." And at that point for me, damage was done because I can't get a shot of Floyd. I can't even get a microphone near him to ask him questions because they had switched from one-on-ones to now it's what's called a scrum. Everybody's basically like in a locker room sitting. You have a bunch of microphones all talking to him. But thankfully, she just waltzed him on down after he was done. And who she positioned him right in front of? Your boy. There's Floyd Mayweather. My first chance to interview 50-0 Floyd. And so, you know, I asked him a couple of hot dog and prima donna questions about, we like to call it in the business, Leroy, softballs. You know, how's it feel to be fighting
Did you go Dana White softy on him? Billy
it was okay. Softy? I think it was a tweener. I think it was a tweener. But then after I got my 2-in with him, then he kind of scooted down the line again, but he was still within arm's reach, and I still had my mic in his face. And so he had said in the face-off, "Hey, I'll fight them both on the same night. They're fake fighters." So I just I go to Floyd. I kind of just go, "Hey, Floyd, you really take them both on at the same night?" He goes, "Absolutely. Absolutely, I take them on at the same night." And lo and behold, who comes skipping down the old velvet rope but old Jake Paul. And Jake Paul and him, they get into it, put the 790 mic right between them. So it's a John face-off. And I got the mic right there. I got the audio right there of these guys talking. And they go and, give this bum the paperwork, Floyd's telling him. And then all of a sudden, "I got your hat." And it was on. It was on, Leroy. And people can say whether or not that's fake. I'm telling you, as a guy who was there in the moment, this did not feel fake. This felt like chaos because Floyd is surrounded by 6 giant security guys, and they were whooping on Jake Paul. One got him right in the face. Now, Floyd did not throw punches. I don't think
you don't have to.
I think, well, that's what he pays those guys.
That's what the beef is for.
You'll hear, I mean, we'll play back the audio at one point. You'll hear Floyd say, get his ass. Like, that's what Floyd Mayweather pays all that security for.
Right.
He's not there to have those $100 million hands throw on Jake Paul's head with no gloves on.
Trevor said the $7.90 the ticket bike got more promotion than playoff Heat game.
Yep.
I'm really proud of you.
I'm telling you, I've only been privy to this once, to where we just got caught in the middle of it.
Yeah.
And that was when a fight promotion just broke out right in front of us. And I was going back and forth with Golden Boy.
Right.
And Tobin's like, hey, man, give him a mic.
Yeah, of course.
Because I was just going, we were just going back and forth. And he scooted down. We started talking. And I didn't want to ruin it by putting a mic in his face. But Tobin's like, hey, man, be a professional. Be a professional. This is your job.
Right.
So we hand him the mic. Next thing you know, we got a one-on-one. And it was like, oh, my goodness. What in the world? And I'm just minding. We just minding our own business. We ain't doing nothing. And the same thing here. You come around to all the scrums, the fights, the controversy in boxing, and there's one guy there with a smile.
It was the best day.
So saying it was real, even though somebody said Jake Paul had merchandise ready to go beforehand.
Well, I just said that. I think Jake Paul had this set up as far as he was going to do it. He is a professional troll. You know, right. Jake Paul had this idea all set. That's what his job is to go viral. I don't think Floyd was in on it. Like, that's what I keep, like, people keep saying, right. Oh, it's WWE. Yeah, from Jake Paul's side, it was WWE. Like, his whole point was, I got your hat. I know. I said he had merchandise ready for it. He had the got your hat thing ready.
Someone needs to steal Leroy's hat and start running.
He absolutely had a plan. Dude, Floyd Mayweather, Leroy, unless he is, I don't know, up for the Oscar, he went past me at one point, pushed my camera because I was racing down the tunnel. I was like, I gotta see what the action's going. And then so like he's up in one part of the wall. He tries to swarm around to get to Jake Paul. I don't know how many people were watching the whole video, but you'll see him like, get the camera out of my face, like bust it while he's got like his lead blocker, his bodyguard there, who's trying to keep him safe.
Right.
But no, dude, I don't think Floyd was in on it. I don't think he was.
Here's the problem.
I don't think he was in on the joke.
Here's the problem. Okay. That's all fun and great when you're boxing a basketball player, right?
Right.
When you're fighting a UFC guy who's not known for boxing.
Yep.
But I think he truly bit off more than he could chew. And now you just gave incentive to one of the best fighters we have ever seen.
He's going to hurt your brother.
Right. Incentive.
He's going to hurt your brother. But now listen, for all the people wondering, is it fake? Is it real? Look, again, I don't think Floyd was in on it, but they just made a whole lot of money. Because Wow. Low blow.
I'll tell you what, Game Boy. Here it is. Here it is. Come get it.
Got your hat.
Got your head is dumb.
It's so juvenile, but it was like I can't. But here's the thing, Leroy. The brother Logan, he's just not as good at this being hated as much as Jake is. I know people hate him, Logan Paul, and Floyd even brought up the whole like he had a huge controversy because he ended up posting on YouTube him going to a suicide forest in Japan or something like that, and ended up showing a dead body. Like there was a huge controversy with that. Jake Paul is so hated and such a genius when it comes to instigating. It's like it's like he's already now. in the midst, his last 3 weeks have consumed of knocking out Ben Askren, having everybody chant his name, F Jake Paul at UFC 261, and making Floyd Mayweather more angry than we have seen. And I can't remember seeing him that angry, because Logan Paul, he was trying like, you can't read, beat your wife. He was going, he was playing all hits to try and get a rise of Floyd. Floyd was like, nothing bothered him. Nothing. He's heard
Jake
it all.
Paul has that
I heard it all
special
before.
gear.
But Jake Paul stole his hat like a child, and Floyd Mayweather lost it.
I feel sorry for Logan.
Really?
Well, yeah, because one of them brothers gonna get their ass beat.
Oh yeah, he's gonna get his ass kicked.
Right, and Floyd is really good. Floyd is really good at piecing them up for a long period of time. Like he ain't gonna just go in there and knock them out and like they did, like he did. Then no. Floyd a 1-2 him for 5 rounds till he can barely stand up.
Boy, your boy was getting yanked around because my mic cord was getting tripped up on, because everybody was on one side of the wall, and then when it was going down and brouhaha and going onto the other side of the wall, I was getting yanked like this, trying to get back around. That's why I had to drop the tripod.
Did you get a call from Glenn for going viral with that 790?
Oh my God! Listen, I could Robbie. I could take no commercial breaks today. Glenn would be all over me today. He'd be like, "It's okay. Who needs it?" Jake Paul stealing his hat. He's not even fighting him, but he just can't help it. He loves being an instigator. I did see Robbie, like Logan Paul ran up the tunnel to go because he saw his little brother getting swarmed by all of Floyd's security. So like he's trying to get to him, and it's just like you see like Jake Paul's like blonde hair flopping out of nowhere to try and come and save his brother. And Floyd actually at that point was getting held back, because I went back and watched the video. I was like, he actually, do you know who Floyd got held back with at the time? Do you remember Big Baby Miller, the guy who chased the cheeseburger?
Yeah.
He was there.
Really?
Yeah, he was there. And so he had actually pulled Floyd out of the pile while the security was.
So he was a bodyguard, or?
No, he was just hanging. He was just hanging, doing his thing. But it was crazy. I'll tell you one thing, dude. I mean, this is going to be the most likable Floyd Mayweather has ever been. I don't think I've ever seen this many people rooting for Floyd Mayweather.
There's only one person that could do that to him, and that's, I mean, even Conor McGregor. Like, I mean, the fans went crazy every time he got a little lick in there.
Yep.
But Jake Paul, no, unanimously.
Man, people hate his guts. It's crazy. And the funny thing is, I was texting with my buddy afterwards, and he goes, "You think they're really going to fight on the same night?" And I tell him, like, no, that's a waste of a pay-per-view day. Now he's fighting both, and he's going to make twice the money.
Right.
Now he's gonna be taking them both on. The Jake Paul thing. By the way, Jake Paul, according to Logan Paul's Instagram, has been banned from the fight. He now can no longer go to the fight June 6th at the Hard Rock. It was funny. I was asking somebody at the Hard Rock who works, with the stadium. I was like, are there are there repercussions from this? Like, does stuff happen? And he didn't know. He's like, I don't know, man. I think it's going to depend. But apparently the stadium has banned Jake Paul from the fight now, which he'll find his way in. I
mean, he is chaos rolled up into a ball, right?
He is, and that's the thing. Like, yesterday was crazy, man. I mean, it really, really was. I mean, like you said to start the show, I couldn't have been happier, because I love fight press conferences and fight shenanigans more than the fight, really. And call this a fight. I mean, it's Floyd Mayweather versus Logan Paul. I mean, come on, bro. What are we talking about here? It's this is the greatest fighter of the last 20 years against Logan Paul. I mean, it's silly. But I definitely think Jake Paul knew what he was doing, and definitely wanted to set that up and wanted that to happen and wanted to make himself go viral, because that's what he does.
Right, of course.
But I don't think Floyd Mayweather was playing. Like, I don't think that was, people were saying Floyd's acting and that was WWE. I truly don't believe that's the case. Just somebody who was there in the moment. He was legitimately angry, He was rushing to try and get to Jake Paul. Jake Paul's getting whooped on by Floyd's security. It was Robbie, do you have the sound? Can we get the sound of the of what went down as far as the lead up to my question, and then Jake Paul rolling up and stealing Floyd Mayweather's hat? Because it was quite the afternoon for me.
Well, do you really want to take them both on at the same night?
Absolutely easy. You got two fake fighters. Fake fight. I'm a real fighter.
What's up? You wanna run it 2 in one night?
Yeah.
What's up? You wanna run it 2 in one night?
Absolutely.
You wanna run it 2 in one night?
Absolutely.
So let's make it happen.
Let's do it.
Let's make it happen.
Let's make it happen.
Yes, sir.
Get the paperwork for this bum.
Get Al Heyman.
Absolutely. I don't need Al Heyman.
Let me call Al Heyman.
I'm my
Let's
own
make it
boss.
happen.
I'm my own
2 in
boss.
one night. Got your hat.
Oh,
no. Got your hat. Hey, this for real. This for real.
You can repeat it out, Robbie. You can. Right, and then Floyd's like, "I'm gonna kill you, mother bleeper." He was mad. By the way, that cop was like, "I'm gonna arrest everybody. I'm gonna arrest everybody here."
Yeah, that guy.
No, first of all, no, you're not. Who are you gonna? You're gonna like. First of all, you're gonna arrest Floyd Mayweather's security that break out of the cuffs probably by the hand. They're so loaded up with steroids. Like, good luck. I mean, they're giants. I got to be honest, Leroy. It's one of the top moments of.
Yeah, you got to be on
life.
overload, man. From the UFC 261 a couple weeks ago, and then like this.
This has been like, if anything good has come out of this pandemic, selfishly for me, admittedly, selfishly, it has been all of the fight shenanigans have been plopped right in our backyard, just right in our backyard.
So proud.
I'm so excited. I just like, oh, this is just the greatest. I mean, a melee interview, getting following. I've never gotten to do that. Follow the camera down the tunnel. I felt like 2020.
Boots on the ground.
Boots on the ground. I did, Leroy. Leroy, can we just admit one thing, please? I just want one thing. I need it from you.
No.
I'm a journalist. Come on, bro.
That was very journalistic.
Real one journalist.
Leroy, come on. Say I'm a journalist.
No.
Come on, man. I'm a journalist.
The mic was everywhere. That $7.90 the ticket mic flag. You can't miss it.
Everywhere.
Boots.
That was one of the things I couldn't stop looking at yesterday. I just kept laughing.
Yep.
Picturing Tobin.
It was great. It was great. The only thing I was concerned, I honestly, what was concerning for me is my laptop was again, because it was kind of chaotic. They were moving the scrums all over the place. So I kind of just put my laptop and my equipment, which really has everything there for me. My whole life is in that bag between my computer, my recording stuff, all of it was kind of just up against the other wall. And I mean, that is exactly where the ruckus was happening. I was like, Jesus, I hope my computer gets out of this thing okay.
No, you weren't thinking that.
I wasn't. I was thinking that after I dropped my tripod to go chase Floyd Mayweather and Jake Paul down the tunnel.
He was thinking that after the smirk. That started it all.
No, I'm telling you, everybody else was like, "Oh no, this is serious."
I like the guy.
And you were probably the only one smiling.
Oh, it was a delight. And then the bodyguard shoves me out of the way. He goes, "Camera out of here! Camera out of here!" I was like, "You ain't trying to fight the camera, Playboy." Woo! It was something. What a day. I love it. They made, by the way, they made, everybody who's saying it's fake, they made like so much money yesterday. Everybody's going to be tuned into this now.
You think?
Oh, what? Dude. Yes.
You think it does 1 million buys?
Easily. They're going to play that footage nonstop. But unfortunately for Showtime, let me know if you want to call for a courtesy, because your bum-ass angle is nothing compared to mine. Just saying. You want to know why? Because I'm a journalist, Leroy. Come on, say it, bro.
All right.
Leroy, admit I'm a journalist. Because, this Amber Wilson, she's hating on me on social media.
Oh, no. Listen.
She's called me a snake in the grass. I say I'm a journalist. She goes, "You're not a journalist."
I will not speak bad about you. I've never done that, but I'm not calling you a journalist.
Come on, bro. I'm a journalist.
You know what you are? You know what you are? You're not a journalist. You are what we call SSR.
The hell's that?
Silly sauce reporter. You report only on the silly sauce. Okay, go look at your timeline. Do you ever drop some news?
I did
my
drop.
sources are telling me so-and-so is going to fight in the next month. No.
Anybody could do that. I mean, like anybody could go and just get PR info and just tweet it out.
Again,
but who's got their boots on the ground?
Doherty wouldn't have gotten that camera angle.
and I would never believe that unless I was privy to it firsthand. Because I don't know how I got caught up in the middle of that. I was legitimately just chit-chatting with Oscar De La Hoya.
Yeah.
We were just chit-chatting. I'm like, hey, Oscar, what the hell you going to do if they decide to fight? And he just started talking. And then old silly sauce, SSR, handed me the mic.
Kind of wish that sound like a boat. The SSR.
Hey, silly sauce don't look. The one thing I say about silly sauce, it don't sink. You could have holes in your boat. The silly sauce, the SSR will always float.
Slater scoop. Now we have the Tobin ladle.
What a day! What a day it was.
Yeah, you don't see us sending out a mass email saying, "Hey, look at us, $7.90 the ticket live. It went viral." We're not sending out a mass email.
They should. By the way,
By the way,
I'll write it up.
If it was any other station, any other station in our cluster,
we'd already have a press release.
Somebody would mass email it, and everybody would be congratulated.
Way to go, Tobin!
There is nothing that anybody has put on the company email that is as big as this.
Nope.
Nothing.
I don't know. Let me.
But there's not anybody.
Is being on the front of TMZ a big deal? I don't know. Is that?
But there's nobody in our company that's going to take this information and put it in the newsletter, put it in on the company email and say, look at the great work that SSR has done.
They don't have to call me that. I mean, it's
right?
But Leroy,
they're not going to do it.
They couldn't even get
Look out for it today.
Leroy, they couldn't even get your birthday on the newsletter.
Yeah, that's it. Like
we should have our own newsletter.
Don't tell us what great job we're doing. You can't even get my birthday right. You don't know me.
I
will know my struggles.
I will give a shout out. It wasn't a mass email, but shout out to voice of Hard Rock Stadium, Kenny Walker, for saying great job with the video. I saw my guy. I saw Kenny yesterday.
One guy.
He's right next door.
He's checking in.
Nope. He'll send us a private little chat. Oh, we're doing great in numbers. Oh, nobody else knows. 560 did something. The whole company, all over the world, celebrated him.
560 has Quinville on, just going, man.
Not only do we get a mass email, we get the whole interview.
Oh, and then we have to delete space in our email.
Right.
As Game Boy throws out, he says 600,000 views on YouTube. Yeah. Also, don't forget about those 600,000 on Twitter as well. That's a cool 1.2.
600,000 views, and we can't get 30 in our own company. Go ahead. Wait, do people? No. Can I just say this? Do people even know what you do?
No.
No idea in our company.
Not in our company.
What the hell you do?
Lots of respect from the business all around town, but not in our own company.
Right.
Who's Leroy?
It was funny. It was actually like I was talking to Kenny Walker yesterday. He goes, man, good on you for coming here. I was wondering, it's like, we should probably have people here covered. I was like, oh, you think having the biggest boxer and having the biggest social media star fighting in our backyard, you think that's something we should cover locally? Yeah, I would say so.
Oh, by the way, when do we get our credentials?
Oh, I'll make that happen.
Yeah.
I can make that happen.
Hey, I'll hold the tripod or something. I don't want to get into shenanigans, but I want to see the fight.
Let me tell you something. All those no-namers that I interview for these PR companies, all these fighters who I'm just like, do I really got to interview this guy? Paid off yesterday because Floyd's PR lady she was ready to bypass all the local media. Got my questions in. She stopped because I just did what's his face with her last week, and she remembered. I was happy about that.
You did her a solid.
Somebody
said,
got my Floyd questions in.
Hi, Leroy.
Melee.
This is HR. Let's meet today. We can meet whenever you want. Did I lie? Did I tell an untruth? Did I say something that wasn't?
It's quite possible HR doesn't even have Leroy's email.
Right. They don't know.
Who's
No,
Leroy?
Somebody, Leroy hates the silly sauce, but doesn't mind reaping a bit. No, let me explain to you something. I don't take part in the silly sauce.
Kind of do.
But if silly sauce is going on, I'm not going to stop it. Right? I just marvel. Look, we've gone to Vegas. We've gone to arenas. We've gone to Hard Rock. We've gone to game rooms and seen boxing. We've seen micro wrestling. Right? We've been all over.
That I don't ever want to speak
all over South Florida watching all these various cards.
Glad you didn't go to that JFig.
And when Tobin walks in, silly sauce or not, everybody knows who he is. Everybody knows how he covers all these fight cards and boxing and MMA and whatever, except for our company. That's not that. Look, with all the stuff we have going on all these stations, that's not right. Everybody knows what you do. Our boss does.
Yep.
Let's get a move on it. Hey,
I love you.
Stop me if I lie.
No,
stop
I love
me
you.
if I'm speaking the untruth.
I want to give you a shoulder rub.
I love debating you, but not
you don't
on
have
this
to,
one,
dude.
this one.
Because guess what? I have never been a guy that has not fought for what's right. Never. And I'm not gonna be. But come on, man.
You gonna send out Massimo for me?
No, I ain't gonna do that.
Back after this.